捻一叶菩提香，阅读觉诸佛智慧海。阅读星云大师著作星云说喻，聆听大师如何以简短的譬喻故事，巧妙引导大众以智慧克服生活的困境，得到解脱自在。本系列故事分别中文及英文读诵，由香海文化执行长妙运法师中文诵读，人间佛教研究院副院长妙光法师以英文诵读。
A respectful heart is the Buddha's heart. One day, the 5 fingers of a hand were having a chat, and one of them asked, "Of the 5 of us, who is the leader?" The thumb was the first to answer. "Of course I'm the leader, because when people give signal of approval to what is good or best, they would put me up and hide the rest of you in a fist. That is also why a thumbs up is given to what people approve of. So of course I am the leader," said the thumb proudly. The index finger was not convinced. If someone wants to get people's attention, they don't stick out their thumb, do they? No, they raise me. And when it comes to tasting food, which finger do they use to dab the bowl or the dish for a delicious taste? Me. Without me, you would never know what good food is. Without me, you could end up with bad food. That is why I'm the leader. I am vital to your survival. The middle finger laughed and said, "Look, I am in the middle. I am the tallest and so the biggest. By virtue of my size alone, you should listen to me, and this means I should be the leader." The ring finger smiled gently. "You all make good points. But you forget that when people get married, they slip the wedding ring on me. So I am clearly the most important. I am the one who gets all the diamond rings and jewelry. This means I am the most valuable amongst you all. And that is why I am the leader. How can you others compare?" concluded the ring finger. The thumb and the 3 fingers continued to argue, each thinking they were the greatest, and therefore the rightful leader. After a while, they turned to the little finger, who had not said a word throughout the conversation. "You've been awfully quiet. Who do you think is the greatest among us, and therefore the leader of the hand? Who do you think should be the boss?" The little finger looked at them all in turn and said quietly, "Well, I am the smallest finger. Few people put rings on me or hold me in the air or use me to taste food. And no one uses me in a gesture of approval. Also, I am the last finger, so I would not dare to compare myself with any of you." Just as the other fingers gloated in satisfaction over the little finger's reply, it continued, "However, when people join their palms and bow to the Buddha and the sages, I am the closest." Then the other fingers and the thumb nodded quietly and wasted no more time on this question. In life, we often see people competing to be the leader. Some will point to their status, wealth, or beauty as to why they should be the leader. However, status, power, or position are not the real qualities of leadership or even necessarily the signs of the best leader. What makes a person stand out as a leader is how they treat and deal with others. Do they act with patience and compassion? Do they respect and consider others? If your heart is big enough to embrace all members of your family, you are capable of being the head of the family. If your heart is big enough to accept a city and all its people, then you have the ability to be its mayor. If your heart is big enough to carry all the people of your country, and that you act with consideration and compassion for all the citizens, then you are capable of being the president or the leader. If your heart can accept and encompass the earth or even the entire 3,000 realms, then your heart will be in perfect harmony with the Buddha's heart. Just remember, every noble and respected person started from humble beginnings. A respectful heart is the Buddha's heart. Just as Venerable Master Xing says, having roots in your heart, you can blossom and bear fruit. Having a vow in your heart, you can advance business affairs. Having reason in your heart, you can travel all over the world. Having clarity of view in your mind, you can stand true. Having virtue in your heart, you can tolerate all things. Having the way in your heart, you can embrace everything.
五指争大。有一天，5根手指头召开小组会议，彼此争相做老大。首先，大拇指威风凛凛地说：“只要我大拇指竖起来，就是最大、最好的象征。所以我是天生的老大，你们都要听我的。”食指听了就不服气了，反驳道：“所谓民以食为天，人类品尝美味的时候，都是先用我尝味道的。尤其我还是一个指挥哦，只要我的手比向东，人们就往东；比向西，人们就往西。所以你们才是应该都听我的，我才是最大的。”接着中指不可一世地说：“我们5个当中啊，我是站中间，我也最高大，你们都应该听命于我才对。”这时候优雅的无名指接着说：“我虽然叫无名指，但是你们看，一般人过生日啊、做寿啊、结婚的时候佩戴的这个金戒指、钻石戒指，都是往我身上套啊。只有我全身珠光宝气，我这个无名指啊，才是真正的有名呢。”4根手指各自炫耀了自己的伟大以及重要性之后，唯独小指头默然不语。大家就问：“小拇哥，你怎么不说话呢？”小拇指说：“我个子最小，排在最后，怎么能跟你们相比呢？”正当大家都在赞叹小拇指的谦虚的时候，小拇指接着又说：“不过呢，当我们合掌礼敬师长、圣贤，乃至礼拜佛祖的时候，可是我靠最近哦。”社会上争做老大的人屡见不鲜，但是真正的老大并不是用身份的高低、排名的先后去衡量的，能对人慈悲有爱，乃至服务谦虚，还有恭敬，谁才是老大？所以伟大不是争取来的，而是一个人表现出来的气度。你的心能包容一个家庭，就可以做家长；能包容一个城市，就可以做市长；心能包容一个国家，那么就可以做总统、做领袖。你的心能包容一个地球，乃至3000法界，那么你就可以跟佛心契合无间了。
更多内容欢迎典藏星云大师全集以及系列著作。感谢您的收听，我们下次见。
我看花自缤纷，我看樹自婆娑。